Good morning. I feel a little guilty. It's the second annual Badgerland Birding Migration Challenge. Once again in March, I've come down to Malibu Lagoon, and within the first 5 minutes, I've got two of their birds, the gadwall and the great blue heron. No chance for a kestrel here today, I don't believe, but I've got some other spots that I'll try to look later. Let's spend the rest of the morning poking around here, find a few other good birds to get on camera. The ducks here in this section of marsh look like they might be gadwalls. Yep, those are gadwalls. Here's that black phoebe you've been hearing. And here is the great blue heron. The double-crested cormorants are in breeding plumage. Notice the white tufts on their head. This red-winged blackbird still looks a little dull and isn't in full voice. He's just warming up for spring. Another gadwall, a little closer this time. A couple more gadwalls, in better light. Yet another gadwall. But wait, there's green-winged teal there. The male green-winged teal in good light. If you watch his mouth and listen, you'll hear some of those peeps are his. There are always a lot of coots in this section of the marsh. A pair of Canada geese with the gadwall. Usually I don't see them down here. They tend to hang out at the parks and golf courses. In summer, the beach will lock in the lagoon, but with all the rain we've had here in Southern California this winter, the creek has busted through to the ocean. A pair of widgeons still here, late for migration. Some odds and ends across the creek, including a domestic duck, some mallards, ring-billed gulls, black-bellied plovers, perhaps some least sandpipers in there, a few other things. Looks like there's a willet or two also in there with those ring-billed gulls. The mature brown pelicans are starting to put on some color, getting ready for breeding season. Also, looks like there's one or two large light-colored gulls, might be herring gulls in there with all the California gulls. Down on the beach near the ocean, here's a ring-billed gull searching for some food. There's also a small group of royal terns with their mad scientist hairdos. And here's a small flock of immature Heermann's gulls. Someday I'll get some video of a pretty mature one for you. Marbled godwits working the surf line. Another clip of the California gull flock. Towards the end of the clip, on the right side of the frame, you can see a larger western gull. You can tell they're different by the pink feet instead of yellow feet and the darker mantle, as well as the large size, of course. This great egret posed so nicely, I had to get a quick clip. I was almost back to the car when this bird shot by overhead. I thought I had the kestrel here after all, but no, it was a merlin. That's almost better. Looks like he's eating on a woodpecker of some sort, Nuttles or acorn woodpecker, and it's a real treat to see him. I'm here at the park off Chesborough Road. You might call it Chesborough Canyon. I'm sure it must have a name. But probably hear the acorn woodpeckers in the background. As I was relatively certain, there was no kestrel at Malibu Lagoon this morning. So I've come up here where I've seen them before. Hopefully we'll get some other interesting woodland birds to show you. We have many acorn woodpeckers here in Southern California. Notice the acorns he's stuffed into the holes he's drilled. Here's just a quick glimpse of what these acorn woodpeckers can do to the trees through the years. Yellow rump warbler here, playing hard to get. A red-tailed hawk cruised by. Here's a California towhee picking at a discarded apple core. A pretty Oregon junco at the top of the tree. Don't even think the word's dark-eyed. Here's a scrub jay guarding his turf. A few poppies on the hillside. All the rain has really helped the poppy bloom this year. And here it is, once again near the end of my hike, an American kestrel. A little story to go with it. I only have a photo because as I was taking the photo, a mountain biker came down the path hollering out, "On your right, on your right," startling me. I moved to the side. The kestrel apparently flew because when I looked back, it was gone. Seriously, the mountain biker did nothing wrong. That was me, if anyone, who was in the way. It was a dirt road, not a trail. So I still hate mountain bikers. What can I say? I'll leave you with this picture of a merlin. That was the bird of the day. I felt fortunate to see all three challenge birds in the day, but this merlin was my favorite, even though it wasn't part of the challenge. Thanks again to the folks at Badgerland Birding for challenging us again this year. I know it's some work for them to put this together. Thanks.